today. From Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Davis Mills and the Carolina Panthers versus Josh Allen and the New Orleans Saints.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they enter play here. They come in off a loss in the season opener, which doubled as the home opener.
And when you lose that way, at home, season opener, it almost feels like 2 losses. So it's a big fight to get yourselves ready to go to play the next week.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I...
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their rookie signal caller from Stanford. It's Davis Mills.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
Play fake, Mills. And he's taken down here by the Saints. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after him.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
Another try after the first down sack. Mills under pressure, and they got to him again. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack. Boy, how about this to start a ball game? That's twice in a row now, Charles, that they get to him.
And how often do we talk about offenses that operate off of a script to begin games? Feels like this defense had their script together on this one, and their script said put the quarterback down and do it fast.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by their Pro Bowl quarterback in his 4th season from Wyoming, Josh Allen.
And he comes off an incredible performance in the opener, 5 touchdown passes. Now look, you always want to start strong. I think that's more than anyone, including himself, could have expected.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 25 carries, 57 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. Play action. Now it's Allen. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And a short gain down to about the 33. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Allen off the play fake. On the move to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Allen gonna throw. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. To throw again on 2nd down, Mills. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
This was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The numbers for him from a week ago: 17 carries, 85 yards, and a touchdown. And well liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Now a give right side. Patterson. And not much running room. Down to the 32. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. On 3rd down, here's Mills. Got his man complete over the middle. That's James. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll run on first down. It's Patterson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll lead here to a third down. Now Mills. This is caught and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. They go play action. Mills to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
And it's caught. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to third and goal. Patterson. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Cordero Patterson. His second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. And it's now a 7-2 ball game. So that drive spans 13 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Throwing again on second down. Allen, and Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. It's Barkley on the counter. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. Some tough running, but it only gets him to the 45. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. On play action, Allen. He finds his man, complete. It's Schoonmaker. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 30.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And some space here. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Going to give this time to the tailback. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Allen. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And his kick is indeed good, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the 27, Mills. And his throw is incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Mills from the gun on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime and make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series for those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they'll search for that patience here now.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mills.
He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They'll run on first down. Patterson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First down. It's Mitchell. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Off the play fake, Mills.
Over the middle, complete. It's James. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 31-yard line.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
2nd down and 8. Throwing, Mills.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's James. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully, that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
They run with Patterson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Here's Mills.
James has got it. Complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
On play action, Mills.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have have 3 points in your hip pocket, you force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Prater's kick is good. And it will push the lead up to 5. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff?
Yeah.
Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Barkley, toss play left. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he goes out right around the 39. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Allen. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll run on 1st down. Mitchell, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Play action now. Mills looking downfield for Jones. And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there for Carolina. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Mills throw here into the hands of Jones. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Palmer, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, takes it back on the comeback, there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Mills now looks to throw on 1st down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. And they'll throw again. Here's Mills. And this one incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And the Saints going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with 25 seconds to go, we'll see how they want to play this.
Just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. On 1st down, Allen. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And incomplete on the deep ball. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before half for Allen. Looking for Kelce on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go to Barkley again. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibbs. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. From midfield, here's Allen to Barkley on the check down. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 39. Now Michael Carter, who played nearby in college in Chapel Hill. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll go again with Carter. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. On play action, Allen. And that will be incomplete. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. To the air, Allen. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. They'll set up the screen to Carter. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
So here are the Panthers set to take over. They fell last week to the Jets, but they've got the lead right now as they start this drive. They'll run on first down. It's Mitchell, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Mitchell. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Looking to throw is Mills. Finding Knox there, complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Mills to throw it. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
And the Saints not only missing Drew Brees from last year, they also lost their top tight end, Jared Cook, to the Chargers. So tight end, it's a position in flux. But that's a nice grab there to pick up the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And that throw behind
his man. He missed him, incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Allen from the gun on third down. He finds his man, complete. It's Schoonmaker. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
The possession of the football goes over to Carolina.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Second and 11.
Mills. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
To throw, Mills.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's fielded at the 45. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here 1st and 10.
The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go.
And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Another tote for Carter.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Allen.
He'll get that one to Carter, complete.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
To throw again on second down. Allen. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's third down. The Saints on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 14. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. On first down, it's Mitchell, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, Mills. And that's incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Able to get away. And now he'll fire deep downfield for James. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48 and a return of 8. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And he whips that one incomplete there. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. This one is Slayton over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Allen's throw is complete. 7 yards, the pickup there. Working with a 2nd and 3. On the counter, Carter. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Allen. Over the middle, complete.
It's strange.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Throwing on first down is Allen. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown, And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run with Carter. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Allen now on the option right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. For the score, touchdown, New Orleans. Travis Homer, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. On 1st and 10, Mills. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Draymond Jones. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
After the sack on 1st down, Mills. And he's got the hook up to Moore. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. And I'm going to keep...
Mills can't get away, and down he goes. Milton Williams in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Here's Sam Martin now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Another run on 2nd down with Carter. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Panthers Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Here's Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. Caught. It's Wilson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is second and less than a yard. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 68 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, a run with Carter. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. On 1st down, right back to Carter. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. On 2nd down, it's Carter. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And they take a knee. On 2nd down now. It's Carter, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss there, now 3rd and 14.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned.